Hey, can you take a picture of my wiener without paper? I didn't do Watch it. Better picture.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, guys. So we are at the Supporters Tailgate here with Angel from Texian Army.
Woo.
Angel, how are you doing, sir?
Doing great, man. Ready for the last game. We gotta go out with a big bang, you know. So ready.
We're still mathematically in the playoff race, but because FC Dallas beat LA Galaxy just now, we have to beat San Diego tonight. What are your thoughts about this game coming up, and what are you hoping to see tonight?
Man, I'm confident with my team. I mean, you know, we're gonna fight to the end. I'm pretty sure we're gonna win it. You know what I'm saying? 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. We're gonna win it. You know, I'm confident in my team, so we got this. I'm pretty sure.
Definitely, man.
So.
And yeah, with the surge here, the Texian Army, a Bandera Negra, we're having a good time here at the tailgate. What do you want to say to all the supporters out there that are looking towards obviously into next year and hoping to see, like, to join a supporters group at some point?
Yes, man. Hey, we're here for the whole city. You know, everybody come out. You know, it's Houston Dynamo, Houston. Make sure everybody comes out, enjoy the game, and, you know, and be part of it. Make some memories with the family, your friends, whoever you want. Join us, man. You go out there with the Surge, Texian Army, Bandera Negra. You will not be disappointed. You're gonna have a great atmosphere. It's great for the whole family. You know, just make sure you come out and support. You know, we're all here together,
yes,
one city. Let's go Dynamo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Vamos. Woo!
Eduardo, we're here at the Supporters Tailgate. Obviously, a must-win game against San Diego because if we don't not win, we are out of the playoffs, man.
We're cooked.
What are your thoughts of this game coming up?
Man, we need a W regardless. It's been a tough season, but I mean, you see everybody's still here. You know, we love the Dynamo. And the only thing is we need a W. The only thing is we need a W.
We gotta win. We gotta win, man. And obviously,
we support these guys 150%. There's no doubt about it. We've had good seasons. We had bad seasons. This is one of our okay seasons. At least we're still in the playoff contention, right? So let's just try and get this W. Everybody's out here supporting, and let's just go get it.
And it's been a tough season. It's been a tough season because we had a lot of player turnover, especially in the back line. We had a lot of players switching back and forth because of injuries, suspensions. Obviously, Zachenko's going to be out tonight, and we're going to see potentially a new back line coming up.
Okay.
What do you think the Dynamo have to do to beat San Diego, a team that has been scoring a lot of goals, coming really fast onto defenders? What do you think?
I think the midfield is going to be key. I think the midfield is going to be key. If you don't, I mean, because the defenders are going to defend. But if the midfield controls the field, I think we have a chance. And then just let the guys up front eat. The midfield is key tonight.
Of course. No, yeah, Eduardo, thank you so much, man. But yeah, let's get the dub here tonight.
Let's go. Let's go, H-Town, baby.
Let's go, baby.
From the Supporters Tailgate here with Bandera Negra and their own tailgate right here. Obviously, we have a must-win game coming up here against San Diego. What are your thoughts for this game coming up?
I think it's going to be a tough game, but I think we got this. They are probably the second best team in the league, but I think we have the strength to do it.
Of course, and San Diego, of course, are bringing in Chucky Lozano and a lot of good players that are going to be trying to break down Houston's defense, and we are coming in with a defense that has been switching out a lot of players, a lot of turnover. What do you think is going to be key for the defenders here playing tonight to not just communicate well, but also try to bring that difference into the field?
So I think today the key is communication, and they cannot let people behind their backs. They cannot allow that running lines around behind their backs.
And for this season, of course, what's left of it, and looking into next year, what would you tell our new fans getting into Dynamo, and just for the sports culture in general here in Houston, that you want to like engage more or try to bring in more people?
I think engaging more is good. You know, it's been a long summer, honestly. We'll be honest, especially at home. But I think there's hope, and next year will be better.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right, y'all. Here's still at Supporters Tailgate here with Sergio, the leader of the search. Sir, how are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, Andres. How about you?
Pretty good, pretty good. Obviously a must-win situation since FC Dallas just beat LA Galaxy. We got a win tonight, and we're facing San Diego, man. A team that's battling for the first place in the Western Conference.
Yes, they are.
What do you think is going to be key for Dynamo to beat San Diego tonight?
Well, look, we know that we're in a spot where it's a must-win. And we have to go back and remember, we've beaten them already in San Diego. So play like that you need a win. We've beaten them already. It's a must-win. There's no more excuses. I know we don't have Reigns, we don't have McGlynn. Our midfield is questionable right now, but we have the talent. It's a sold-out crowd, so they better come out here and give it their all.
Of course, no Jack McGlynn because of the foot surgery that just happened. No Sviatchenko because of suspension.
Yep.
We're going to see potentially a new lineup. And
yes.
we still have a lot of new players that we brought in. Of course, Santos, Damian Lowe. And we kind of know what Benosa likes to do, especially with the players that he likes. But he's on a short hand right now. Like he has to win tonight because other than that, there's no tomorrow.
Right.
So, of course, against San Diego, they're bringing a lot of goals, a lot of attacking threat. What do you think is going to be the key for the defense to just show out and just be a nuisance to San Diego tonight?
I mean, that's tough because our defense, there's no consistency.
Yeah.
Either somebody gets hurt, somebody gets a red card, yellow card accumulation. There's no consistency in our back line outside of maybe Dorsey and Andrade. Our center back position, I mean, who's going to start tonight? Bartlow and Femi? Is Damian Lowe going to get his first game?
OSG calls him YouTube, man. I don't know. Like, it could be, but we'll see. It could be good tonight. It could be good tonight.
I mean, that's the problem. There's no consistency, so it's hard to know. We don't know who's going to play. And whenever they do play, they don't know each other. Like, Damian Lowe has not played a game yet, right? I think I'm correct on that.
Not playing.
He's not going to play at all.
Yeah.
Not even on the bench.
We'll see.
Man, I'd put him there. We'll see if he gets there.
Yeah.
Now get in there!
H is up!
All right, H-Town, we made it in from the Supporters Tailgate. We're in the stadium now. San Diego's warming up right behind us. We're in the supporters section. Sorry, I got my back turned you, but, you know, I want to see what's going on, too. Houston over there getting warmed up. 9 minutes till they go back in the locker room, put their gear on, and get ready. All right, we've seen the lineups, man. Go ahead and tell them the lineups and tell us what you think.
Probably the best defensive backline we have because of course, Sviatchenko is
Of who's available, right?
Of who's available and who's able, even. Like, it's ridiculous how this season has turned out, but obviously, at the end of the day, what matters is now.
So who's starting back there for the D, since we were so hype about it?
I mean, Ortiz.
Carlos and Ortiz with Andrade and Dorsey, right? So best two, I guess, available center backs because I mean, people aren't in love with Bartlow right now. They definitely don't want Femi on the field. You probably don't have Lowe on the bench. I forgot to check that part again. He's not even on the bench.
Yeah.
Santos, I don't even know if he's available or not. So it's one of those things, like you said, we're best available. So hopefully we can hold it down and get us a win and not get scathed out of this. But what else do you see?
Well, must win more than anything. Of course, as we mentioned before, FC Dallas just won their game against LA Galaxy. So if we do not win tonight, we are out of playoffs. So it's a matter of going out to the field and dying for the team, because you don't have a tomorrow if you don't win this game. So defensively speaking, we're going to be facing a very dangerous San Diego team that has been creating a lot of opportunities. They have the biggest or the Anders as like the player that has assisted the most in the league right now, and that's a big deal. So they have to go out and play their best game of the season. Like there's literally, we've been saying in a lot of episodes, they cannot mess up, they cannot mess up, they cannot mess up. But this is the last opportunity.
This is the game. Carlos and Ortiz have to be perfect. Literally, right? Yeah, have to be perfect. Carlos and Ortiz have to be perfect. Artur and Urso have to be perfect in front of them and hold it down. Which Artur is back, so we're good right there. Brooklyn's still with the World Cup, doing a good job. Got an assist and a goal in 2 games so far.
Yes, sir.
We heard the bad news. McGlynn is out for the rest of the season. So Dwayne Holmes gets to step up, move up, and get his opportunity now for the last 2 games of the season. Ponce still starting. Ennali's still over there on the left. Elinger on the right, or kind of middle right there. But so I don't even know how to be optimistic today. I was kind of saying,
as Dynamo fans, we have to be optimistic.
We have to be
always.
optimistic, but I'm kind of ready for the season to be over now.
Yes, regardless of the circumstances, you have to be optimistic. But we talked about in the last episode. It's kind of like, I mean, we know this team.
Yeah.
They've been playing this year. Do they deserve playoffs? No, but what matters most is just now. If they qualify the playoffs, cool. They have to show it out at the end of the day. But I mean, you literally have no opportunities if you don't win tonight.
We mentioned it, and maybe we said it this time on the show on Thursday, 9 teams is too many teams for the playoffs.
Yes.
Right, and then maybe because of the position we are, we don't deserve to make it. We might make it, but we don't deserve to. So, like, 9
That's
teams is too many, right? Make it 6 or make it 7 and do that baseball playoff format with the 7. I don't know what to do, but we don't deserve to make it, so if we do, we do. If we don't, we don't. We'll move on to the next season, because right now we're just kind of disappointed and want to see what we're going to do. Ben Olsen's not going nowhere. Pat's not going nowhere unless we get a major surprise. So we got to build our roster, and we got to see our off-season camp. But anything else you want to tell these fans before we get into the actual game, and then you really see what our faces look like? It's emotional I'll check in.
It's a sellout crowd, man. The people are going to show out. The only person that has to show out is this team, man. Everyone as a collective has to show out. Not just the players, not just the coaching staff, everyone. They have to win tonight. I don't care how they do it. They have to win tonight.
Have to win.
Yeah.
It's a sellout. Like you said, the only sellout of the year. Might have been a second one. I don't remember what the other one was.
Third one.
Third sellout?
Yeah, so Inter Miami, Tigres in League
Cup.
Oh,
yeah.
And this
all right.
one. Yeah,
well, that's so all right. None of them were our fault. Good stop. Good stop. San Diego missing shots left and right, so we got to watch our backs back here.
Yes.
All right, man. Well, the Dynamic Foxtrot, OSG, all you supporters in H-Town and in the supporters section, hey, we look forward to it. These guys right here are hoping for a win tonight, right? You want to say something on camera real quick? No, go Dynamo, nothing? All right, not yet. That's cool. All right, H is up, y'all. We'll see y'all soon. Maybe halftime. We might not be happy, though.
As good as the Houston Dynamo are in combination play, they have to be willing to be aggressive, but a lack of production at the 9, and more importantly, a lack of presence. They have to keep him high.
For a San Diego side, they're in desperate need of production from the number 9 position. And we are underway, match day 38 in Major League Soccer, the final home match of the regular season. To Dorsey, he scoops it back and headed up into the air by Godoy, taken on the volley by Lingo, and slotted home!
This alive. Great job by Griffin Dorsey to just give a hope of
This is Artur. Ponce saved Dos Santos and then cleared away by Harangi. This ball goes out of bounds, throw in for San Diego.
what a ball this was in through to Ponce, getting him to be able to pick.
Kansas City out of the playoff picture.
What a
This ball through for Lozano. Chucky! Save by Bond. Cut back across. Turned behind by Houston for another corner.
Well, this was right through the heart of the back line. Valacari, the texture of it, Nate, allowing Chucky Lozano to take it full speed, head on, cut back across the body. I mentioned
All right, Dynamo fans, it is halftime, up 1-0 versus San Diego. We found a Wampadea back here enjoying his college life in San Marcos. So you know what, we're going to start with you, man. First half recap, how you feeling? But first off, welcome back to Houston.
Thank you, appreciate it. It's been fun over in San Marcos, but honestly, this first half has been a little weird. Obviously, coming into it, you would have taken 1-0 at the break any day of the week. However, very little possession for the Dynamo. Feels like they're always on the back foot defending, especially their late. I think it'll be tough to keep San Diego off the board. Maybe they can do it, but they need a little bit more of the ball. They need to play the same with the Dynamo we saw play these past 2 years.
Right. Hey, big thing we didn't talk about in the pregame was Corey Baird getting a start for San Diego. And so when we saw that, we just made our faces like, what the hell? So thoughts on that, and give us your recap of the first half.
I mean, Dynamo legend, man, Corey Baird back where he belongs. And I thought it was a pretty good game for Dynamo so far. San Diego have been struggling to get in through our back line, which is great. And we've been creating a lot of opportunities, like especially leading up to like that set piece led to the goal. He was having been pretty good.
They have 6 corners already. Like a theme from last night. Dash were getting corner after corner after corner and didn't capitalize either at San Diego. But we did capitalize on 1 goal, and it was one of those feisty ones, and the ball just bounced around, and Andrade found it and put it in the friggin' net. 1-0. Andrade's looking good. The press is looking good. And Ennali's looking good. What are you expecting here in the second half?
I want the team to control the tempo a little bit more.
Change the tempo?
Yeah, change the tempo a little bit. Bring it up. The fans are vibing today. They're with the defense the entire match. If I was Ben Olsen, my message to the team in the second half would be, play with the fans. The fans are driving you forward. Get a little forward. You know, maybe some overlaps from Andrade, some more expansive football. That's what I want from the Dynamo.
Right. Yeah, I haven't seen Dorsey pump the crowd up yet either, but what were you going to say?
It's going to lead up to that. And I was mostly going to come up with what Juan said, because it's going to come down to the tempo. If they maintain that, great, but they have to keep up, because San Diego's going to come out second half with everything they have, as they've been a team all year long. And it's a matter of Houston to just like stay on their toes at all times.
San Diego's look better on the offense. Dynamo have looked good on defense. That press has been pushing us forward and giving us opportunities. Shots are even. I think they're 8-8 right now across the board. So good game, good crowd. The sellout the seats aren't quite full, but you said it. You feel it here. The atmosphere looks good. The team's playing well. The fans are enjoying it. They're involved, and they're engaged. Yeah. So you gave the message. Ben gave a message through Wampadea. I don't expect any second half substitutions to start off. So I'll start with you, and then we'll come to you. How do you expect Ben to finish the game, considering we are up 1-0? Let's just say we stay at that point.
Hey man, Bossie's gonna be the hero, like we all know. I mean, we do have a lot of options on the bench, like to help us offensively. Defensively, I'm more concerned about that area, because I feel like San Diego's going to try to open up the game a little bit more. Obviously, if the game develops over time, great. We can just start putting more players, start testing out things that we haven't done before. But obviously, I feel like Bossie's going to be the first choice, because we kind of know what we expect of Bossie. But we'll see.
He says options off the bench. Bossie, Seba, a couple of newer players on the defensive side, but I don't really consider them options in this game when we probably need another goal to win. And we never trust our defense. So what are you looking at?
For me, the key's going to be Sebastian Kowalczyk off the bench. I can sense that he's going to come on today. For me, like I told you guys earlier about the tempo, I feel like he's someone that even if he doesn't score all the time, he can at least keep up the tempo. And I really hope he does that coming in for Bossie or Linger. I have a feeling it's going to be Linger coming off just because it's Ben Olsen. So.
Yeah. All right, so I am going to be optimistic soccer guy right now. We're going to win 1-0,
really?
Even though what I told you.
Optimistic?
Yeah, I know. We were talking shit before the game. Final score.
3-1 Dynamo.
3-1 Dynamo.
Yeah.
Heard him.
I'm 20%
Final
now.
score.
2-1 Dynamo.
2-1 Dynamo. So 3 wins across the board right here. We stay alive for the playoff hunt. We're going to keep
Decision
on doing
day. Yeah.
All right. Well, we got a little party going on right here, so we're going to do the H's up as he walks right in front on purpose. All right, y'all. H's up, ready to get back. We'll see y'all after the game, after the press conference.
Yeah.
Linger's touch a little negative, but he's able to scoot it forward up the left-hand side to Ennali. Into the area. Ennali onto his right foot, cutting back to his left. Puts it up over the bar.
With real pace in behind. This is The plus minus for San Diego FC. Aggression up high. They concede space. Love that ball right there. Unselfish by Linger to release. Now that you go one-on-one, scariest thing for a defender. A player who's a tactician.
Half-hearted appeals for a handball, but Dreyer says, let's go forward, San Diego. And he comes driving toward the 18. Right-hand side, put back across. Oh, and it trickles right across the goal mouth and out for a corner kick.
Shoulder of where it would be, and he's going to take a look.
Wow. So this play has been checked.
That's a very good look, and a high possibility he would point to the spot.
Well, you see Fisher having a look right now. He's made his decision, and now we wait. All the players were looking over his shoulder, by the way, to see. So a penalty. Coming the way of San Diego. Right in front of the Houston supporters section. Dreyer!
Back position now reciprocated on the right, but as you run through, the contact occurs. You point
forward
to
out of Dreyer. Willie up the right-hand side. He puts it across. Pellegrino waiting, and it falls, and it's into the back of the net.
Another one from San Diego FC.
And they've needed it here in Houston tonight. But here's a giveaway, and here comes Santos. Santos!
Beautiful first touch in front. Negative to prohibit Chris McVeigh. And unfortunately for Mikey Bettis, Chris McVeigh is certainly going to be the main talking point. There's one.
Here's Dreyer, and he gets it to Pellegrino. Back to Dreyer!
The release valve. Just prior to that, the pressure in the far corner had to send it, and instead...
Ennali keeps it alive, driving forward. Ennali chipping it, or cutting it back. Ennali! Save! Dos Santos covers it.
Far side is what gets them in trouble. Willie Camado overcommits, and within all of that, now the back line has to shift in.
Tverskov wins it. Pellegrino coming forward to try to put it away. Pellegrino!
And Pellegrino, both wings, the 9 spot, and the nightcap.
That was the last kick of the ball for San Diego. They go back to the top of the Western Conference table. They have set an MLS.
All right, Dashers, the lights are coming off at Shell Energy Stadium. We're chilling on the couch because it's off-season mode. Dynamo have been eliminated. Asterisk? No.
We got one more game.
We do, yeah, but whatevs. We lost 4-2. Remember when we last talked to you, it was 1-0 at halftime, us, and we were trying to be optimistic. Well, that's what we get for being Dynamo fans, right? Andreas, 4-2. Take us through the second half. With your own
honestly,
emotions.
if we go ahead and analyze the San Diego game, we're going to just repeat ourselves for the 9 losses that we have at home, which sets a new club record for most losses in the regular season. It's an absolute embarrassment that we have reached.
20-year celebration.
We're celebrating 20 seasons in Houston. We are celebrating tonight, Fan Appreciation Night, giving them this wonderful gift of an amazing loss. And for me, it's embarrassing because we have like so much history, not just in this place, but also going back to Robertson and everywhere else. And of course, history cannot be erased, and it's good to honor it sometimes, but we just look ourselves in the mirror what has happened now. After coming off an insane season that was 2024, we took a lot of gambles in 2025. Obviously, we had to make some tough calls, but nothing worked. Nothing worked. Like everything that we built up until this point, everything is just out the window now.
Out the friggin' window. The ambulance saved Ben's job, basically, pretty much. The injury situation, the mistakes that we made throughout the season, kind of saved Ben's job, even though he tactically didn't make too many changes. But this offseason is going to be a crucial one. We're not going to go into the second half, Albie. You listen to Noodle Time on Thursday. You want us to break down the second half of this, or the rest of this game, but we're now looking into the offseason. We're now looking into next season, even though we do have one more game left. And what are the Dynamo going to do? What are they going to have? A lot of game available. What are they going to do with those options that we have, those free agents? There's a lot of questions to be asked.
A lot of players, their contracts run out this year. Options have to be decided. Of course, we mentioned the free agents. I hate resetting again, but we're in the situation now that we're going into next year without a plan. And like I said previously, we took a gamble this year that did not work, and we now have a collection of players that may not fit what the team wants to do next year. It's disappointing because these players have contributed to so many things last year. We still have, I wouldn't say like the main core group, because obviously a lot of those members left before the year started. But we go back to the start of the year, we go back to every single episode that we had to talk about Dynamo. We did not fill the gaps. Nothing worked because the team was not all well connected. And we're gonna keep saying the injuries. We're gonna keep saying the player movement that had to be done later to the season to try and salvage things, but it did not work. Now they have to go back and reset, because next year we could be talking about Pat Olsen's job. We could be talking about Asher's job. We could be talking about Ben Olsen's job, and in an extent, obviously, you kind of said already, like Ben Olsen's job was kind of saved because we had a lot of players gone, and the front office did not backfill the players that were lost over the course of the offseason. And for me, even though I had like a lot of faith going into this season for Pat and Asher, based on what they've already done last year, letting go of Mikhail like days before the season started, that gave me like a massive red flag. Even though I had like a lot of faith into what the team had built up, so.
Well, we go back to it. Mikhail's timing was completely off, but the sale was going to happen regardless of the timing.
It was going to happen.
So, I mean, that's something that, hey, we're proud that we got the money back in for it. The mistake was we weren't prepared and weren't ready to replace Mikhail, and didn't find that option, and brought in, 14 defenders to play throughout the season. And Ben still trusts Femi. Let's go back and check receipts at the beginning of the season. A lot of the experts, the ones that have national shows, before the season even started, had us way down on the bottom of the totem pole. And that's after Coco was gone, but before Mikhail was gone, I think, too. And they still had us down at the bottom of the totem pole. And here we are at the bottom of the friggin' totem pole after we were being optimistic all year. I think I had us going as high as 4th to start the season. I was hopeful too. I mean, what did Ben do the past 2 years? And now he comes and shows us this on a 20-year celebration year when your motivation is right here in front of you. Granted, we don't fill the stadium, but that's that's on the 10-year history that we've had with this team, where you gotta win to put the people back in the seats. But the Ben, the FO, the front office, the staff really screwed it up this year. Completely messed it up. And they're going to use the injuries as an excuse and wash it off like that. And you know what? Ben is also in the hot seat now. You have all winter to set up the next season. Once that season starts, you're in the hot seat. Every loss might have your head call for if we don't start the season off in a decent mood. Better than the way we started off this season. And forget about that 10-game schedule we started off with. It didn't matter.
And just remember that in the offseason last year, there was barely any movement up until towards the end. The timing of everything was just like absolutely key, because we started like bringing players very late, and the cohesion was not there. Like the players still needed time to try and learn about each other, learn about how they play, and just start growing that connection with them. And
well, like you said, we got players on options. Santos was a highlight tonight. Looked really well.
I like how Santos played.
but he has an option on his year. So is he going to come back? Does he want to come back? I hope so.
I hope so.
You talked to him in the mix zone after the press conference here tonight. So hopefully he has some good words. I wasn't listening, so y'all listen. Turn your captions on. It was in Spanish or Portuguese. So hear it out. But that's a good player that we probably wouldn't mind. But we got all these players that we're bringing in for next season, but 3 of them have options, so we don't even know if we get to see them next year. Damian Lowe is one of those that has an option. We didn't even get to see it all. Plays for Jamaica, got called up again for Jamaica,
Yep.
but we can't even put him on the bench. We're still using YouTube as a player. Why? Bro, I'm sorry, YouTube, but come on. I've got other players ahead of you right now, and keep doing your thing, bro. Keep developing and keep working hard. It's not the Femi that we started at the beginning of the season, but a lot that has to happen in this offseason with the player movement and new players want to stay here. You mentioned, I don't know, man. It's going to be a tough one. I told Asher a minute ago when I saw him in the tunnel, we're going to talk during this offseason. And I promised him we got to talk because that's been in the work for 3 years that we've been saying we're going to talk to him. So we got to talk to him. We want to hear from him. He is very honest and tells it like it is. So hopefully that'll turn into a good interview and we get some answers. And we'll see where we go from there and prep us for the rest of the season. All right, Andres, these people are probably mad. It's 4-2 loss. Anything else you want to say?
It sucks that we have to go through one more game of this season because I'm so ready to go to the offseason and talk about how the players that we have to get rid of, players that we have to turn a profit, and players that we want to bring in. Because 2026 needs to be massive. We kind of need that reset now because, like I said previously, we have nothing to build out of this year. Definitely a few highlights thanks to Jack McLean, but of course he's injured. He's going to have to recover for next year. And of course Lawrence Ennali and the players that have shown flashes. It's going to be a matter of sticking with the people that want to stay here. And
it's some solid players.
Yeah.
So season is over now. We do have one more game in 2 friggin' weeks. So we got an international break coming up this week, and then we go to SKC. So noodle time, we're going to break it down. We're going to look at these players. We're going to see who has options. We're going to see who's out. Tarbell and Escobar both have no contracts right now. They're both out. So we'll see, do we think they're going to return or not? And then we'll look at the options, and we'll look at the rest of the lineup, and we'll try to give you our starting 11 with the current players that we think will return next season. And then as players get added in the system, then we'll see if the players deserve to be its starters and who gets benched. But a lot to look into this offseason, and we'll be paying very close attention, man. Andreas, I know you asked the players a couple things in the mix zone, and I'm sure the other people were asking, what was the message to the fans before we get out of here?
More than anything, thank you for sticking around. That's what I got out from them.
Well, the best one. Here, you be Dorsey. I'll ask you. Message to the fans.
Thanks.
That was literally what happened. Dorsey was mad. And get it, man. We're used to these, but when you go through a game like this, they don't want to talk to us in the tunnel, and they're guys. They're mad. They're emotional. But, they're not the Dash. They're not always happy or whatever. But unfortunately, so to the fans, we'll see you on Thursday nights at 8 o'clock for Noodle Time.
Yeah.
If you're Dashers, I'll see you on Monday or Sunday nights for Dash Dispatch. But otherwise, man, let's go to SKC and get a win and finish off on a good note. And I don't even know what to do now. I think it's just time to let these people go.
Yeah, man.
Thank y'all for watching. Thank y'all for coming in this long. This was a Foxtrot Game Day with your media availability here at the end. So I guess the Dynamic Foxtrot, the OSG. We're going to lead y'all into the press conference in the mix zone with Andreas here. H is up. See y'all Thursday night. Peace.
Thanks for joining us. Got head coach Ben Olsen here. Ben, just your thoughts on.
We're certainly just super disappointed. We're a lot of good tonight, and again a lot of effort. The guys give everything, and it just wasn't enough. I don't think things went our way. I think it's a shitty PK call. I think these refs continue to want to influence the game, and I don't know what it is, but it's if you cannot call it, I don't think you should call it. And same with the red card. There's a lot of things going on right now with the refs, but we're in this situation not because of the refs. It's a whole season of us just not being good enough. And there's a whole bunch of reasons that, why we're in this place of not being in the postseason. So now it's about finishing the season out in the right way with pride, and go to Kansas City and try to get a result. But there's no sugarcoating it. We just weren't good enough, and we'll have a lot of time to dissect it and grow from it and learn from it and fix it. I'm very optimistic in that we will fix it, and we have a pretty clear idea of what went wrong this year, and it wasn't one or two things. It's when you have these types of seasons, it's a collective, and I'm sure you'll ask about some of those, but guys are disappointed. But one thing I never fault this group for is their fight and how much effort they give, but this year at home, it just hasn't worked.
All right, thanks for that. We'll start up front here.
Hello, Ben. You almost, asked your own question there. What do you think was the biggest problem, like this year? Obviously,
it just doesn't work that way. I wish it did. I wish we could say, bang. If we would have done this, smooth sailing. It doesn't, right? Because I'd have to take out the injuries, right? I'd have to take away a few of my decisions as a coach. I'd have to not, play some players that had bad games throughout the. We'll dissect these last couple games, or it's the entire year. There's so many lanes that we were not good enough this year, right? And again, no one's off the hook. And in modern soccer, there's a lot to that. There's a lot to it. There's players, coaches, there's other things that all have to get better here, and we know that. And we're honest, and we're gonna go to work in the off season, and we're gonna fix it, and we're gonna get back here, and we're gonna put together a team that I can will make the postseason next year, and we're not gonna be in this place because I think we have a clear pathway. But right now, it's just talk. We got to get to work, and we got to fix some stuff.
Thank you.
Same as Juan. Hello, Ben. Almost same as Juan. It is seeming like you're answering your own questions, but I also just wanted to ask, are there any other more messages that you relay to the players or to the staff, specifically to boost morale now that the playoff picture is over?
This isn't boost morale time.
Got it.
It doesn't matter what I go say to these guys right now to boost morale. Morale's low. We're not in the postseason. Right? This is that simple. So, this is what. But again, it wasn't necessarily about tonight. It was about a full season, and I think the message is, let's take a few days and get away from each other. We get back and we work, and we go try to finish the season in the right way. And I have no doubt that we'll be able to do that. But then it's let's get to work. Let's get to work and figure out how we can get better on the field, how we can get better as coaches, how we can get better from a sports performance, how our trainers can get better, how front office scouting, how we all can get better, because this year it wasn't good enough. And I'm in there. I'm in that. I'm one of those silos. So we're all on, this is what it is. I've been through these before, and I've rebounded before. We will, that's the challenge at hand. And when all is said and done, it's a challenge I'm excited about.
Thank you.
And go to Victor here.
Victor Riza for Soccer Tech House. Ben, do you feel you had the adequate resources to compete with some of the better teams in the league this year?
I've made playoffs before with teams who were not as good as this one. So, do we need to get better? Yeah. Will we get better? Yeah. And again, and I know where you're going with it, and you're not wrong, and that's going to be one of the silos and that's a big silo, right? Because you got to do all these, and that one's got to get better, and we know that. So now that's the challenge. Then you can hold us accountable for that, and we got some time to figure that out. But I appreciate you and keeping us accountable for that and pushing that, because we have to get the best quality in here possible so we can get back to where we want to be, and that's kind of a top 4 team in the West and in playoffs and competing for trophies in the way we did the first 2 years. And again, I think we've talked enough this year about some of the things that didn't go our way, some of the things that were in our control, and some of them were out of control. Franco Escobar out 2 months with illness. Jack McGlynn, Eric being out the whole year. Right? I can go down the excuses road all you want. Right? Sold players and lost a little character and tried to find our way. Injuries in the center back revolving door. Those are all there, right? But we gotta understand those are real, but also look and continue to look at some of the things that whether it's the coaching staff, tactically, sports performance, trainers, all this stuff has to just be looked at too. And the good news is we're all rowing in the same direction, and we'll have some honest conversations. And we'll just keep rolling. We'll build a better team and a much more competitive team, and hopefully that we don't have to deal with this long-winded speech again next year.
Notably, it's been a frustrating season. When you evaluate yourself, your motivation in your position, do you have confidence with the right support? You are the coach to win an MLS Cup in Houston.
Do I think I have the skill set to win an MLS Cup? Is that the question? Yes, I do. But again, I go back to, it's not just a coach anymore in this league. It isn't. You know that. This is big operations. So we got to get better in a bunch of different areas. And am I in that? Yeah, for sure. But it doesn't work that way, Victor. You got a great coach, you win an MLS Cup. This is a organization, this is a collective. And we're in this together, and we'll try to get each area a little bit better. And certainly myself and the coaching staff is part of that, for sure. And that answer your question? I duck it?
I'll go to the back.
Coach Federico de Michelis with Soccer Matters. Hearing you speak, you're very confident about next season. So the question needs to be asked anyways. You're confident to be Houston Dynamo's coach for next season?
Oh, I don't control that. I don't control. We prepare for that, and those are things out of my control, and we don't worry about that as coaches necessarily, because we know that's an inevitability, isn't it? So when the powers that be decide that I'm not the guy to move this ship forward, okay. Right? I think I am. I think I have a good staff. But again, that doesn't mean anything either. But these are powers that be, and that's out of my control, so I don't get too caught up in that.
Thank you. Back right.
Hello, Ben. It felt like the season began with a lot of issues in the back, especially when you guys were trying to build out of the back, and it ends that same way. Do you feel like that's one of the elements that you're looking to improve over the off-season, and what are some of the other tactical points that you would like to correct?
That's a good question. I wouldn't put too much stock in the last 20 minutes of that game at 1-1. We got to go. We got to win. Tie's no good. So there starts to be an aggression to your substitution pattern that leaves you a little bit exposed. And so I don't... You're ending that way. I don't know if that's fair, but do we want to get back to a ball dominant team in the way we were the last 2 years? Yes. Yeah, we want to be a team that is imposing our style on a team. And too many times this year, we weren't able to do that. And so we had to find the right balance of trying to have success. And it was a difficult task. So that will be something we have already discussed over the last 4 months. We're always prepping for next year and what profiles do we need so we can build, but also profiles that understand when it's not time to build, right? So you can design it, but it's not build at all costs. If we can't build in this is the option. If they close that option, that's the option. Right? So you guys get caught up in, there's decision making. There's prepping players and then there's decision making. And finding some players that are of high quality that also make the right decision more times than not is something that we'll look for. But yeah, that answer your question?
No more questions? All right. Thank you, everyone. We'll wrap it up there. Thanks, Ben.
Thank you guys for the season. Appreciate you.
Everyone, thanks for joining us. Got midfielder Artur here. Artur, just your overall thoughts of that match, that result tonight, just the season as a whole, I suppose.
I think we played well enough maybe to get a result tonight. We created some chances, and but also we gave up. So we need to find the balance. But that's something that happened often in the season. I think we weren't an easy team to play against. It was difficult to win against us, but we need to fix some details. Tonight it happened once again, and there is some good things, but things we need to work on.
Thanks for that. We'll start with who has a question. We'll start with Christian here.
How's it going, Arthur? Obviously, it was a tale of two halves. The first half, it seems like you guys, even though you didn't have possession of the ball, you seem a little bit more in control than San Diego. On the second half, it seems like it was the opposite. Did you guys feel it that way maybe on the field?
Yeah. I think the second half we felt, I could feel it a little bit. We didn't have the same control. I think they adjusted some things and some overloads, and we didn't keep the ball as well. We were not that clean with the ball the second half, and when you don't have the ball, you need to work more, and it's difficult to do it for a long period of time. So we need to play the first half the same way as the second half, the same way as the first half.
And obviously, their first goal came out of a penalty. Can you tell us what the referee told you guys on the field? Because outside, it was kind of confusing. There was no cards given. If it was a goal-scoring opportunity, you would think maybe a card would have been shown, but there was nothing there. What was the final decision there?
He said there was a contact that one of our defenders tripped the San Diego attacker, and I don't know, I need to see the video again. For what I saw, the replay I could see a little bit in the screen. I didn't see nothing out of normal. I didn't see a foul inside the box, so it was a little bit weird. But that was his decision. That's what he said. There was a tripping on the San Diego attacker. But yeah, I need to check the video again.
And last one for me, I know the season is long, but is there anything that you can rescue from a season where you don't make the playoffs, you basically are out of every competition that you guys played in? Is there anything that is salvageable going into next year?
Well, we need to at least keep the experience that we had this year, learn from the things we need to learn from. And keep the hard work. If there was something that we showed that we never stopped working, it wasn't a lack of effort from the team. There was a lot of difficult games that we kept pushing and trying to get a result, and at least that we need to keep the hard work and adjust the things we need to adjust.
Artur Federico for Soccer Matters. one can expect a big rebuild of the team after the season. A lot of contracts expire. Some the club has option to renew. You're one of those players. How are you thinking about the future here in the club?
I think right now we're not thinking very much about that. We still have one game to go, and that's the same thing I'm talking about. The group needs to stay professional, not thinking about any other thing until we play the last game. Doesn't matter if we have a chance or not. And I think that's the mentality we need to keep right now. Me as well. I will play the last game that we need to play, and then we're gonna talk about what we need to talk and with Pat and Asha, and then we see what happens after Kansas.
You talk about mentality, and I think from watching the whole season, mentality seemed to have been a problem many times, particularly at the end of the games. Is that something that you consider, despite the football side of it, that it could have been different this season?
Yeah, I think so. I think sometimes we lacked a little bit of experience of sensing the danger and having a little bit more of that experience of keeping the ball a little bit better, and I think sometimes we lacked a little bit of personality of showing up and wanting the ball, giving an option for the teammate, and when we don't have it, a little bit of bite, and I think that comes with the personality and the mentality of being ready for the game and having the knowledge of what it takes to win games.
Thank you.
Anyone else? Do you have a question? Yep.
Thank you. Artur in Spanish, sí, Daniel. Cada partido tiene su historia, cada temporada tiene su propia historia. Recordar que antes de llegar a la jornada número 10, 4 porteros, las ausencias, lesiones. Usted que ha vivido momentos aquí al final del 23, 27 de septiembre, altas, el hecho de quedarnos prácticamente a un partido, de llegar a una nueva final. ¿Con qué se queda el capitán de esta temporada, aunque no concluye, que falta un partido? ¿Con qué se queda de eso bueno que pueda compartir en un momento así agridulce por la cantidad de aficionados que vino y el hecho de no poder corresponder con una victoria que se tuvieron oportunidades de cambiarle el rumbo? ¿Con qué se queda, Artur?
Bueno, mi personal, mi sentimiento es de, no sé, un poco decepcionado de no haber mantenido el suceso que tuvimos las últimas 2 temporadas, como hablaste, especialmente una temporada con mucho cambio. Sí. Como hablaste también, yo creo que jugamos con una línea de 4 que tuvimos mucho cambio durante todo el año, muchos jugadores en posiciones diferentes. Y no me queda un buen sentimiento de trabajo bien hecho, ¿no? Porque yo creo, para ser honesto, no lo hicimos bien. Yo quiero siempre traer orgullo para los aficionados, traer orgullo para el grupo, para mí mismo, de saber que estamos haciendo un buen trabajo. Y no creo que ese año podemos tener eso, ¿no? Como he hablado, el trabajo, las ganas nunca faltó, el día a día en los partidos, pero faltó otras cosas. Y claro, cuando no logramos lo que trabajamos, lo que hablamos siempre durante el año, en la pretemporada, de llegar al playoff again, de nuevo, y no, entonces no se queda, no completamos nuestra misión. Entonces queda un sentimiento de que faltó un poco para llegar.
Artur, la última de mi parte. A pesar de la derrota que duele el día de hoy, el público no reprocha. Y seguramente van a haber cambios. ¿Qué le dice a ese aficionado que hoy aguantó? Y mire lo que son las cosas. Con el 2-1, el aficionado comenzó a levantarse, llega el empate y el aficionado regresa, en este caso, a su asiento. Pocas veces, Artur, y se lo digo no por el hecho de presumir, he sido testigo desde la primera práctica de este equipo y Y han habido reproches anterior. Ha habido reproches. No expresivo, pero sí el aficionado que se va molesto. Pero hoy, ¿qué le dice a ese aficionado que aguantó hasta el final y que soporta la derrota así como ustedes?
Bueno, que tiene nuestra gratitud, ¿no? Nosotros vemos eso y yo ya he hablado de eso con algunos compañeros que están siempre empujando a nosotros, no importa el resultado. A veces nos cobra un poquito cuando tiene que cobrar, pero con derecho, ¿no? Porque nosotros no estamos acá para jugar apenas un partido, nosotros queremos la victoria también y ganar y traer competición y trofeos para el club. Y yo creo que los aficionados merecen eso. Y nosotros estamos muy contentos del apoyo que tuvimos todo el año, especialmente un año muy difícil como fue ese, especialmente en casa. Y estamos orgullosos de tenerlo con nosotros. Nosotros vamos a seguir trabajando y vamos a arreglar lo que tenemos que arreglar para traer orgullo para ellos, traer victoria y felicidad, ¿no? Que ese deporte nosotros necesitamos eso. Es una competición que la victoria te trae felicidad. Entonces, para ellos tener nuestra gratitud y vamos a seguir trabajando muy duro para traer orgullo para ellos y para que salgan del estadio contentos y con un sentimiento de que nosotros merecemos su apoyo.
Sam back here.
I got one question for you. I see you look very emotional. You look very emotional, a little bit in tears. I remember when this team made the playoffs during Ben Olsen and first year in charge. I know that, the emotional part of it. You're happy now, you look a little bit sad. Walk us through what's going on in your mind right now, missing out playoff for the first time in 2 years.
No, I'm very sad, and this is my life, This is our life. We work very hard. We sacrifice a lot of things to play and to win. And every time we start a preseason, we have goals that we want to achieve, and when we don't achieve it, it's difficult. It's difficult for us. It's difficult for the fans because we're not playing only for ourselves. And when you have that winning mentality that you need, when you don't win, it's difficult. And I've been growing a lot emotionally to be an example, to be something that my teammates can look up to. And but it's difficult. It's not easy, but we need to keep the right mentality even when the things don't go right. We know that we need to pick ourselves up again and try again. But it's not a very good feeling right now. But that's it. We need to learn from it, and we can never stop working.
You're talking about learning from it. During the season, inconsistency in player result and all that crept into the team. How can you address that? Do you think at one point the hunger and zeal went flat in the team?
Can you say that again, please?
I said, do you think that at one point in time the hunger, the zeal to fight went down in the team? Looking at the inconsistency in result that keep coming week in, week out.
Yeah, I don't think there was a lack of hunger or desire of the team to win, but there was for sure an inconsistency on performances sometimes that we talked about. We had a lot of different lineups, different of players injured and players that left the team. And there is an inconsistency on the lineup, inconsistency of performances sometimes. But there was never a lack of effort. There was never a lack of union inside the locker room, and whenever we had to go outside and play. But it's clear that we have some things that we need to adjust out there in order to achieve the playoffs and the winning streaks, but there was never a lack of desire and an effort from the team. Thank you.
All right, thanks everyone. We'll wrap it up there. Thank
you guys. Have a good night.
Disappointing the result, but just talk to me overall about tonight.
Yeah, first of all, I want to say thank you to the fans. They all showed up, showed love, pushed us until the end. I don't know which minute it was, 103, 4. Yeah, amazing atmosphere. And yeah, of course the result wasn't what we wanted. The game was like we expected. Was very open until the end. Both teams had chances. We didn't use our chances, they did. I think this was our main issue this season. But yeah, heads up, and we got one more game this season, so yeah.
One more game left this season, but kind of let me ask you early, just how can you reflect on this season on a personal level and then as a team?
Personal level, first of all, very thankful to come back like this. Big thanks to the team behind me. I'm gonna say some names: Micah, Alex, Kaf, Craig. Everyone was there, was involved. But big thanks to Micah and Alex for pushing me, bringing me back to the level that I am right now. And yeah, for the team, it was a tough season. Ups and downs, not consistent enough. So like this, you can't achieve what you want. Didn't use our chances well in multiple games, and yeah, then it's tough to achieve what we want.
How do you end the season on somewhat of a bright note, knowing that there is no postseason?
Yeah, it's just about winning the last game. Give the fans at least a win at the end of the season. Unfortunately, it's not at home, but yeah, Kansas City, right? Yeah, get a win there, and then get some rest, clear the mind, and come back stronger next season.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lawrence.
Dorsey, not the result wanted tonight. Just talk to me overall.
Just disappointing, all around disappointing. We got to be better as a team. Thank you, fans.
Just overall, I know it's really early, still a game left, but how can you reflect on the season so far?
We got to be better, period. That's all.
Thank you. And lastly, just a message to the fans. I know you just said thank you, but just a message to them.
No, thank you for the support all season. We couldn't do any of this without you, and we got to give you more.
Sorry, short one. Have you spoken with the club about your extension after this contract?
No, I've had no contact.
Thank you.
Yep, thank you.
Sergio, buenas noches. Su primer juego aquí en Show Energy. Un resultado que no sirvió, ¿verdad? Felicidades por el gol. Cuéntanos de hoy.
Sí, la sensación muy feliz de haber primeiro debut y pues en casa ese gol, pero infelizmente la noche no terminó como nosotros esperábamos. Tuvimos la felicidad de tener la derrota ahí, pero de seguir trabajando, nos falta mucho para el próximo año, así mejorar las cosas que tenemos que mejorar, seguir trabajando para el próximo partido.
Usted no ha estado aquí mucho tiempo, ya está mencionando la próxima temporada para el equipo, pero ¿cómo está mejorando usted para enseñar su calidad?
No, yo le digo, estando aquí o no estando, voy a tener cariño de los jugadores, así que lo deseo, si yo no estoy, lo deseo lo mejor, que igual algo que pasa, si toda la competición tiene su racha buena, racha mala, le tocó la racha mala, pero no pasa nada, así que trabajando, que todavía queda mucho para adelante, y en lo personal sí, me tocó no tener mucho tiempo acá, venía recuperando de Cincinnati, y no quisiera aprovecharme por la situación, pero bien, siempre respetando los cuerpos técnicos, el camarín lo mejor, los jugadores excelentes, el equipo muy bien, pero como se dice, así es el fútbol a veces uno puede estar bien, pero quien tiene que ganar es el partido.
Y último, un mensaje para la afición.
No, sí, la afición que siga apoyando, que es un club grande, que tiene títulos. Yo salí de Cincinnati, de Filadelfia, era un equipo que no tenía tanto título como Houston, pero la gente iba a apoyar y más que nada necesitamos. el apoyo de la gente es muy importante, que nos motiva a seguir adelante.
¿Se habló ya con el club algo acerca de la extensión del contrato? ¿Se ve aquí el año que viene?
No, yo creo que vamos a esperar hasta el último partido, ¿no? Hoy día podemos mostrar un poco lo que viene y espero el próximo partido seguir mostrando para que pueda conciliar y estar acá más tiempo.